Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday morning. Happy November 1st.
Reverse.
It is a new month. For those of you who may not know me, if you are landing on my co-partner's page, my name is Tammy Flynn, and I am the host of the On Air Advocate, and I'm here this morning, super excited to see you all this November 1st.
And I am Sabrina Thomas. I am the Special Needs Empowerment Coach and the moderator of Especially Love Special Needs Parents Group. Happy November.
So we have so many things to chat about this November because today is November 1st. It was daylight savings time, right?
Yes, that extra hour, girl.
You look bright and shiny. It's 7 o'clock here in Wisconsin.
It's 8 o'clock here, so yeah, this is my normal time to get up.
So that's good. And then it is also the kickoff of National Family Caregivers Month, which is huge for both of us. So that is an exciting time. And then it is also, and you know what? I just want to be very transparent here. So this is the first time that we've ever uploaded to the private On Air Advocate community. And I think, Sabrina, you shared it in your private community as well.
Yes.
Okay. And so I don't know how that's coming through, but this morning it just says, it's just popping up Facebook user. Okay. So this is so weird. Okay. So people are saying hi, but we don't know who they are.
Good morning. Yeah, because they have to click the link that you gave them so we can see their names. Other than that, we don't know who it is.
But see, what's weird is that, okay, so this is completely off the topic of why we're here today, but through StreamYard, when I only stream it on our business platforms, not into our communities.
Yeah.
We can see everybody. I know who's
weird.
So what's the deal?
Technology, girl.
So everyone who's here, hello. We're super happy that you're joining us this morning. We're going to figure this whole thing out. But there is 60 days left in the year.
Are you ready, Tammy? I'm not ready.
Except I'm going to copy some of your things this morning. Oh, she was here and Maria's here. Good morning. They're giving us their names since all we see is Facebook user.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
With the 60 days left in the year, as you know, I kind of vowed to myself that since this pandemic has started, which I'm sure for so many, life has been like a hurricane. And so I vowed that kicking off November was, we were going to get it done in these last 60 days.
Yeah.
So that is what I've been pounding out. Okay. Lots of things. And I know, Sabrina, I feel like you've been pounding out. I mean, I know you might not be completely ready, but I feel like you're pretty ready.
Yeah, I'm pretty ready. It's lots to do. I'm being productive, making use of this time. However, it just seems like it's going so fast. I don't know. It just seems like, it's Halloween. Now I'm thinking about Thanksgiving. Next week we got a big, we got election.
Right.
Then it's going to be Thanksgiving.
Right.
Christmas. And it's like, I'm on a countdown, So I'm ready for Thanksgiving because, for me, the month of November is always a month. I kind of, not that I don't reflect during the other months, but it's like, for me, it's a season of gratitude, being grateful. Mm-hmm. It's like that fallish, you're getting ready for, Thanksgiving. This is the season for me where I just reflect a little bit more than I do before. And this year we got a lot to be thankful for and to be grateful for, and to reflect on this season with the pandemic and everything like that. So.
Yes. And in the month of November, we are actually doing a week of gratitude. So we're going to do a series on that. So I'm super excited, for that. But definitely we need to be counting our blessings.
Yes.
Each time that me and Sabrina come here in the morning, it's an open chat time. This isn't an interview time. This is time for us to just all chat. So, let us know how you guys are doing, what your next 60 days looks like. But, for us, I feel like the both of us really feel strongly about bringing positive energy into the world.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And that change that we wish to see. So I don't know if we want to talk a little bit about National Family Caregivers Month, because as of this week, because it's my son's birthday this week, I've been a caregiver for 23 years, which is like, woo!
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've been a caregiver for 20. My son's birthday. Isn't it funny how we just talked about that? Our son's birthday is a week apart.
Yeah.
My son's birthday was Thursday. And he just turned 20.
So both of us are in that 2-decade category. If you're tuning into this or catching it and you are a caregiver, drop below how many years you have been a caregiver. We would love to, know that. And if you're in the double digits.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think
it's been a journey. It's definitely been a journey.
Yes. And I think some things that people don't know is that, there's 65 million family caregivers, in the world, which is just great. Actually, in the United States, it's like 20% of our population, and 40 million of those caregivers are unpaid caregivers.
Yes.
And I did 2 years ago. I don't know if you remember, Sabrina. I did that celebration of caregivers, that big thing, and giveaways and that sort of thing. And what I talked about,
I remember that.
And what I talked about a lot is that, and maybe some of the people listening or maybe catching this on the replay could speak to it, is when we think of caregivers, everyone always, when you say the word caregiver, they think of caring for your elderly loved one.
Yes.
So as a family caregiver. But, I always challenge, like, well, then what does that make us? People who have been, what I'm saying, caring for 2 decades, and where are statistics and facts when it comes to mental health and all of that, parts of things, because there isn't tons of research. What I found in 2018 when I was doing tons of research on it is that so many of the statistics are based on those who care for their elderly loved ones. So they look at a 5-year median of usually the time that an adult cares for their adult elderly loved one. And at about the 3-year mark, more than 70% of those caregivers need to seek mental health help. Okay. So 70% of those at 3 years. So then I always challenge to say, well, what about us lifelong caregivers?
Yes.
No.
Yes. This is a lifelong. Yeah.
Need to need to be seeking. So what are your plans for National Family Caregivers Month, and your thoughts on it?
Well, every year, the last couple of years, since I had my special needs parent group, and most of the time, majority of the parents in my group, the majority, because I would say some are just family. It could be a friend of someone, or it's just supporters in general. Most of them are caregivers, to extent, and most of them are caregivers to their children. But I noticed that there's, from following other people, there's a few people on my page that are caregivers for a special needs child, and they have a sick husband or have a sick mother or father. So it's like a double caregiver, and that's a lot. It's already a lot when you're doing it for your child, but when you have a child and you have a parent at the same time, that's a lot of stress. This is a lot on someone. So every year, the last couple of years, I just all just November, and I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to be celebrating caregivers, not just myself, but other caregivers in the group, sharing information, and just I'm going to have a raffle or two, a couple giveaways throughout the month. But I'm just going to be celebrating caregivers and people who are not caregivers, just educating them on how we as caregivers, what we go through. So,
Right. This is the sign of a caregiver.
Yep.
Some 5 tea bags in here. They're all stressed.
What are you drinking, Tammy?
I'm drinking ginger tea.
Okay.
Because
English breakfast tea.
English breakfast tea.
Yes.
Okay. You froze on
a little bit of caramel macchiato cream. I gotta have some flavor, a little bit of flavor in my tea.
Well, and I don't know if any of the other caregivers that might be tuning in suffer from migraines, but I am a severe migraine sufferer. And so one of the things that's very common, because with migraines, there's a lot of nausea that comes along with it, is straight ginger, ginger tea to put on things. So I drink that a lot to just kind of bring things down.
Tammy, I'm curious, how often do you have migraines? And how long has this been going on, the migraines?
I'd probably say about the last 20, 21 years. But I think that there's always the perfect storm. So anybody who might be listening or tuning in, if you're a migraine sufferer, drop it, below and what your mixture is. So my mixture is obviously the high stress, but like I get very little sleep, but when I even get littler of little sleep.
Yeah, because you barely get sleep.
Yeah. So the littler sleep compounds it. Hormones a lot of time play a role. Okay.
Yeah.
Throw it. I have found food. There are many foods that are triggers because I also suffer from IBS. But like I used to be able to even eat chocolate. I can't even eat like a chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Without getting a migraine and stuff. So, trying to identify those triggers. I have found a medication. I'm pretty lucky that works, but I probably say on a bad month, I have like 10 of them.
A month?
Yeah. On a bad month. And on a good month, maybe 4 of them, but I haven't had to be hospitalized in over, I got to knock on some wood here, in over about a year and a half.
Okay. That's great. That's great. That's great.
It's learning all your triggers and when you start to aura and catch before it gets out of control where you can't,
And that is true. It's learning your triggers and learning your body. After a certain amount of time, we just kind of like, I know with me, I know there's certain things, chocolate is one of them. Not just because I'm diabetic, but I just noticed every time I would love my M&M peanuts. Every time I would get a headache. It would, you're thinking, it's not that, but it is that, So once you learn your body, you get a little bit older, start learning your body, you can make some changes. Because I know that I had to do that for chocolate and I had to do that for a few other things, a few other foods that was just giving me a headache, stuff that I like, I just can't do it.
Yes, things we have to kind of walk away from. But I really think that, we all have been living in this state of stress.
Girl.
And so I went during the pandemic. Now I did go to the ER once, and I walked in and I said, hey, I know it just might be an anxiety attack. So you can tell me I'm crazy and tell me to go home.
Really? You did that since COVID? Really?
Yeah, because I was having chest pains for probably about 5 days, but the woman said to me, and then the other doctor that came in, that during the pandemic, that people have been coming in with all of these interesting symptoms, like sharp shooting pains in their hip, their stomach that never has had, profuse like diarrhea, shooting pains, things like that, lower back pain, like, anxiety attacks where you're having a heart attack. And so
let me tell you something. I believe that because people are losing their jobs, people are losing their loved ones. So I can see the body just going to the left because it's crazy. It is really crazy. I believe that. That is not surprising to me at all.
Yeah. It's been saying those natural things. The natural things. She's like, everybody just really needs to be practicing hot tea, taking a moment out, breathing aromatherapy,
Like, you know what? And I'm so proud of myself, Tammy, because I've been so good at that. I'm, unlike you, because you get 2 hours or less of sleep. I last night I didn't get a lot of sleep, but I do tend to get enough sleep. I do that. I know this, and you know what? Omar too. If Omar doesn't get, and your son might do this too, if Omar doesn't get appropriate amount of sleep, he has a lot of anxiety. He's very agitated, and it's not really a good sight. I really get upset, when he, not at him, just upset because I don't like to see him like that. But I notice I have to watch, okay, what time did he go to bed? If he's getting up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, singing songs, looking at the wall, turning on the TV or doing whatever, I just noticed the following day, that morning, it's not good. He's very agitated. And that's just like for us, we need sleep. That's vital for our health. We need an appropriate amount of sleep in general, whether special not has anything to do with special needs. All of us, everyone needs an appropriate amount of sleep every night. But I noticed that I've been doing really good on my sleep. I've been doing good on the exercise. I've been walking. I just completed a 35-mile walk for breast cancer. And as of today, I joined a 60-mile run for November. And then I joined a 50. You're going to be proud of me, Tammy. I joined a 50-day squat challenge for breast cancer. So, we are already on our
group
exercise thing. So yes, I'm going to be looking real good, girl.
Watch out for her in the next 60 days.
Yes, honey. I'm going into 2021 with a smaller stomach, okay, and a little bit less pounds, a smaller stomach.
And I want to say good morning. Her name did appear, Yasmin. I want to say good morning to
Hi,
Yas. And she was telling us that she's also a migraine sufferer. And so, yeah, I have heard that from so many caregivers, and I know that she is a caregiver as well. But some exciting things. So why don't you go first, Sabrina? What are some things you're working on to get done for November? I know, like, Sabrina's always got a book or something coming out. If you follow her on pages,
yes, you know what? I'm not going to believe this, but I'm going to slow down on these books in 2021 because I got some other plans. But I have a book coming out. We have a book project coming out this month, so stay tuned for the details.
Yeah,
and so that's one of the projects. I did 2 books in the last 60 days that are they're out, but they're not, pre-sales, they're not totally out.
Okay.
They're coming out in December as well. So the next month, not this month, because it's November. Okay. It's November 1st. So I have a book coming out to this month, and I have 2 coming out in December. And then I'm working on a solo book project because all the books that I had been collaborations, been anthologies with, women, mostly, one of them, a couple of men. And, but I'm actually coming out with my own book project, my first one, solo project, next year. So I'm working on that. And then I think I announced it before, Omar is working on a collection. He's going to have a series of coloring books. So I'm working on that too. That won't launch till next year. So what else am I working on? I have a women's empowerment group. It's called Girl, Don't Count Yourself Out. So it's not a special needs empowerment group. It's just all women. Special needs moms, young teenagers. It's a women empowerment group that I started last July. And I'm kind of getting that all together because I started it, but it's not fully launched all the way, but I started it. And I want to get that going because I want that to be more like a movement because I'm very much passionate about women's empowerment and women's advocacy too. So empowering women, moms, entrepreneurs, just like I was empowered. So that's something I kind of want to do for next year, get into that. And that's basically it. Just growing my business, growing my business, getting Omar to the next level. And I'm maybe homeschooling. Right now he's virtual. If they don't offer that, because it looks some of the kids are in school. If they don't offer that after January, after you come back from Christmas break, I'm gonna wind up most likely 99% homeschooling Omar. So that's gonna be a whole nother task. But I'm ready. I've been getting information. I got people to support me on that. So I might just be a homeschooling mom too.
She says, I'm just doing that. She just listed off like 47 things.
Tammy, and I know you understand this and do not deny this. You know that we do stuff as moms and we say just because our goal and our mission is to do so much more. So it's just like I name these things, but my vision is so high that it's just like, okay, it's just I'm doing this and just this because the vision is high. And I know a serialpreneur. I know you know that. And what about you? What's your plans?
Well, a couple things I was going to throw out there. So, we will be celebrating at the On Air Advocate all month long National Family Caregivers Month. I was thinking if I have the time to reinvent it of bringing back what I did in 2018. So in 2018, what I did was a campaign, the Celebration of Caregivers, where I asked all caregivers they could submit in a 60-second video. They had
I like that.
Yeah, 5 questions to answer. And then I saved those and I was going to have it made into a segment by a professional videographer.
Yeah.
Video, somebody
do it.
And so I have in there was probably about 17 caregivers that sent their videos in. So I still have those. And they all won prizes. So if you sent it in, you won a prize. And so I'm thinking I'm going to do that again, just because I would love, before I actually seek out, I know the videographer company I want to use, but before I do that, I would love to even add more to that. More 1-minute videos that he could crop and work with to make it truly powerful. Because though I want to celebrate caregivers, I think we want to bring the reality, the reality to the general public. Like when we talk about caring for our young adults that age out of school, more than 85% of those young adults are home after they graduate from school. They don't have employment. They don't have places that they can seek out. And I think that there's a very foggy view. Like, people aren't very clear on what happens, and they don't know it because they just don't see that population as much because they're home.
Yeah.
We're not seeing them out in stores and stuff to know. So if we're not telling them what those statistics are and why we need more opportunities and job opportunities and that sort of thing, no one's going to know. So lots around the family caregivers. We're also going to touch on veterans and caregiving. Veterans Day comes up this month, but there is some crazy statistics when you talk about those that were veterans and how many of those need caregivers and all of that.
Yeah, I think you did that last year, didn't you?
A little bit, but this year I have a little bit more. You
touched on it. Oh, yeah.
More info on it. Did you know that November 4th is Stress Awareness Day?
Actually, I did know that. I got this calendar that sends me everything, and November
has a lot of things.
It has a lot of stuff. I was like, okay.
So you guys are all going to love, I put together not only the ones that are your typical ways to relieve stress, all of my funny ways to relieve.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to be sharing some too. I got some already scheduled for that day too. I was like, okay, I'm not doing all of them because it's a lot of national days in November. I just pick out a few.
Yes. The other one that I think I'm only going to be segmenting it for one day, but I would love people to explore is World Pneumonia Day. World Pneumonia. Go and look it up. Do you know that pneumonia takes more lives than any condition in the world?
No, I did not know that. No.
Like, you should read about it. I didn't know about it, but I'm going to cover it. I believe National Pneumonia Day, it's on November 12th.
Okay, November 12th. Okay.
Yes. So I just encourage people. I'm not going to be posting all of the info and everything on it. But I encourage people to go.
I'm going to look it up.
And look at how many children and adults die every year from pneumonia in the world. Because there are so many places in our world that do not have the resources that we have here. So go look it up. I was shocked, and so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a segment, but I mean, it's obviously just that day because there's so many things, like you said.
What day is it? Do you remember?
The date is the 12th.
The 12th. Okay.
November 12th. But that same week is World Kindness Day.
I'm
all about World Kindness Day.
November's going to be a month of very much a lot of education. Be the change. Hold on.
Change. Choose kind. Stand out.
Be the change.
Oh my gosh, we both got our side.
Yeah, that is actually my tagline on my business.
Is it?
My LLC, Sabrina Thomas LLC, Be the Change. Yeah, that's my tagline.
But that's so important. I feel like if we followed all those things, like, when you go through like one of those kindness calendars, or you go like the rules in school about being kind, I feel like, wow, we'd stomp out a lot of problems. Just choosing kind. Diabetes Day. Why did everybody pick November?
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? If you look at it, every month there is a lot of months that's less, but it seems like September, October, November. I don't know about December because I haven't seen that one yet. It's just a lot. It's like a lot. It's like these days. Of just, yeah, like where do these days come from?
Also, World Pancreatic Cancer Day.
I saw that one.
And then this is one that last year I didn't get to cover, so I'm hoping. I just talked to the foundation. I've been emailing up and back, but I've always wanted to cover World Sanfilippo Syndrome Day, and
I don't know too much about that one.
Rare syndrome, and so hoping that I can get the directors and the president on from there so that we can educate the public and ourselves a little bit more on that. So, to say the least, there'll be lots of things going on the On-Air Advocate, but some side exciting things. And for those that are watching with inside of my community, I am going to try to get back on getting on at least once a week live within the community as well. So that's a goal for November.
You know what? That's a goal for me too. I mean, I haven't done that consistently. I said I was going to start in October, and I've done it, but I haven't done it consistently. But October's been crazy too. But I'm gonna, even if it's 5 minutes,
yeah,
just if it's 5 to 10 minutes,
yeah, and definitely, if you guys are watching this, whether or not we see it right now or we see it later, let us know how you're doing and the things that you're doing and strategies that you're doing over these next 60 days and new things that you guys have going on. But the big things I've been working on, as you guys all know, I'm a kind of a serial entrepreneur. And so I own a salon and spa as well as On-Air Advocate. Well, you can imagine the pandemic has done a little number on my salon and spa business. And one of the big things that we did at the salon and spa was we are definitely like our area's largest spa party destination. And with the pandemic, there are no spa parties that are happening right now. So how do you pivot and how do you transition? So I say the next 60 days are all about pivoting. I have been working vigorously on putting together a virtual beauty, fashion, and lifestyle site where people can come on, their teens and tweens can have can have charm school, people can have makeup classes, you can do virtual makeup for your wedding. I know this is completely off of the advocacy thing, but we're advocating for good skin here.
I think that's right, honey.
So that will be launching hopefully this week. It has a lot of working parts to it because it is a virtual educational and learning site. It just had a lot of layers. So I'm super excited to have that together because I don't know as a business owner what 2021 holds and if this pandemic will be, still here with us all next year. Rona
got to go. Rona got to go somewhere. She got to go somewhere, go far away. Just go.
I know.
We've had enough.
And the other two things, super exciting. So the On-Air Advocate, we are going to be having Mastering Your Advocacy course and class. So there'll be some different versions of that will be coming out before the end of the month. There'll also be trainings from going from pediatrician to adult physician. So for those who have medical kiddos that are going from kiddos to young adults, and transitioning the medical system. There will be a course on that. And then there will be a new thing called Care Calls, where we'll be doing kind of some one-on-one and some group advocacy stuff too. So watch for that on the On-Air Advocate before the end of the month. And then the last thing and the most exciting thing, drum roll, is that my son Marcus, for years that have followed him in his medical journey, he had a website called missionmarcus.com. And so that kind of hubbed when he had major surgeries and things that happened that way. And the community and outside of our even local community definitely always supported him. And I have been trying to find something that he is passionate about, that is meaningful and purposeful work. For Marcus, is not only a medical young adult with medical conditions, but also has physical disabilities, that would be something that would give him that meaning and that, purpose each and every day. And so if you head on over to missionmarcus.com, you can log on right now to make sure that when the launch date is, which I think will be tonight or tomorrow morning, because I wanted it during his birthday week. But Marcus loves dogs. Marcus is extremely passionate. He loves dogs. It's something that he talks about and gets excited about every day. So our new Mission Marcus, Operation Pausable, it will be supporting and driving awareness for all of our furry four-legged friends, as well as we'll be serving as a model for creating meaningful and purposeful work for those and opportunities for those with different abilities and unique abilities. So
now, Tammy, I need you to say the mission again. That when you first started, a pausable.
Pausable like dog.
I love it. Pausable. Y'all get that right? Pausable.
Pausable. Yes.
Pausable.
So we have an Instagram page now, which is mission__ Marcus. And we have a Twitter that's already been up, but all the logos haven't changed yet because I've been kind of keeping that a secret because we worked on that under wraps. And so super excited to launch it, hoping to be able to add many more layers to this, to not only also bring education. We're looking to produce some books and things, children's books and stuff as well. And we're going to be working with some national organizations. We're also going to be working with some therapeutic dog organizations that are there to therapeutic dogs that come into hospitals that become seeing eye dogs, that sort of thing. And then every month we're going to have, what is it called? It's 7 a.m. here. Well, actually it's 8 a.m. there. It's called, I know what it's called. It's called the Mission of the Month. So,
okay. I like that. I like that.
So, but it has a catchier name than that. That's not the name of it, because why would I ever name it just on the Mission of the Month? It's whatever it is. It's a name. It's the organization of the month. So you're going to be able to go into the website. Let me know about your favorite dog organization, why they should be nominated to be the organization of the month for us to give our proceeds back to them. So
yes, I like that.
So yeah, Mission Marcus, Operation
Marcus. I love Marcus.
Wait till you see the logo.
Yes.
I know that Sabrina got a sneak peek at the logo a little.
Yeah. But yeah, that's wonderful. That is wonderful. So yeah. Tammy, fall, Thanksgiving. What are your plans? What are you doing during this pandemic? Are you keeping it light, within your immediate family? What are you guys doing? Because my mom said to me yesterday, she said, Sabrina, if you're going to pack up something for someone, she said, you need to put it in Tupperware and send it to home, and they don't need to come to your house. They need to get the Tupperware to go, drop it off at their doorstep, and keep it moving.
Well, Sabrina, nobody would ever want me to make them turkey because I don't cook very well. So I definitely wouldn't be making anyone that. And we have some more people that said good morning, but we just keep seeing that it says Facebook user. We don't know what we did this morning as
good morning, everyone. Put your name in the comments because we can't see who it is. So put your names in the comments. Good morning. Happy November.
Yes, happy November. So what we started out with this, if you're just joining us, is that 60 days left in the year 2020 until 2021. What are you doing with yourself? What are you doing? You had 60 days.
60 days, honey, to get it done.
But Thanksgiving, even Marcus's birthday this week, as you know, I don't really publicly a lot of times on social media put out there, but I've had quite a few family members that have been quite ill during this pandemic time. Yeah. And so I would say that we're even more protected. I mean, we're very protective to begin with, but even more protective of how are we going to do events.
Yeah.
Even if it's my very immediate family, like how are we going to get together in the safest manner? With Marcus's birthday, and really, really lucky here in Wisconsin, this week is supposed to be warm.
Really?
Yes. It's called
surprise. Wow.
But it's supposed to be 60 this week. So we're going to go to like my sister's house and be outside and do something in the garage, in front of the house, order pizza quick. So we're going to do stuff individually with family. Now, as Thanksgiving comes, me and my sister have just been like, I don't know. Because
you and your sister, you normally get the Thanksgiving together because you guys do the cooking. Is that what it is?
No, but we usually get together as a family, but my sister works outside the home. So my sister is, essential that she goes into work.
Okay.
So her husband is doing like half at work, half not. Her kids are in school. And so, especially with Marcus, his medical conditions, and then those other family members that haven't been well, it's like, even though we're immediate family, trying to, she's still exposed, more exposed.
I get you. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just been a lot of conversation. So we're just kind of taking it week by week. So this week, for his birthday, we're doing different stops. It's like
you're doing drive-bys, Tammy? You're doing drive-bys?
Yes. Presents.
Yeah. And that's kind of what I did for Omar. I didn't do different stops, but the people came throughout today. I call it a drive-by, like a ride by and stop by for a second and kept it moving, because they know I'm really protective of Omar. I'm still with the social distance, still with the mask, and dropping off gifts throughout the day. My mom was here for a couple of hours, and some people just did phone calls or cash apps. I mean, it is what it is,
Yeah. So, I think that for everyone, so, if you're listening, how are you pivoting? Like, what are you doing for the holidays?
Christmas and Thanksgiving is going to be a little bit different this year, but I did notice something that was very surprising last night. There were a lot of, I don't really celebrate Halloween. I think it's something that could be fun, when my kids were smaller, but they're adults, and Omar does not like to see Halloween costume. He closes the blinds and goes underneath the cover, so he doesn't like that. He's scary. But and my grandson, I always like to see him, in his little cute costume, but I don't particularly do Halloween. But I was thinking that a lot of people weren't going to do Halloween as far as being outside door to door in people's houses, and it was crazy. It was a lot of people out, like it was no pandemic. I guess, it was
a lot of neighborhoods around here. They put tables like at the end of their driveway.
I saw that.
And some people did bags where kids, like if you lived in a subdivision, like they put all the candy in a bag, and then kids went to different destinations and then just picked up their bag.
Oh, already pre-done. Like it's everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that here. Like I was telling you, I think our only county here was Milwaukee County that didn't do it. But yeah, we have some crazy numbers happening here in the state of Wisconsin.
Some of the states, because I asked this question in my group earlier this month, and they were telling me that Halloween trick-or-treating was banned in their state. Some people you couldn't trick-or-treat at all. In Virginia, you could. I just was surprised on how many people were outside and how they had it set up. So I guess, they're still trying to be safe and still trying to have fun for the kids, but no, I'm doing a trick-or-treat.
Somebody, our weatherman here, he did a clothesline. And then he used clothespins and he hung. So, kids weren't digging their hands in the candy bowl.
Oh, okay. You just picked
and they walked by. He had it real high so they could just walk by and pull off.
And grab okay. Well, people being creative, I guess, and still trying to have fun at the same time. So I get it. I did enjoy seeing, the costumes on Facebook. People were posting stuff. Some of the adults were dressing up and people were having trunk or treats. And everything. So, it's always fun. I'm not a big Halloween person, but, I kind of like looking at it on Facebook. Some of the pictures and stuff was really cute. Costumes were, and the houses. I actually like seeing in my new subdivision where I live, these people are all about Halloween. I can't wait to see what they do for Christmas, because these pumpkins and skeletons and all these lights and stuff look like a show. I'm riding past at night just to see what their house looks like, because it was amazing. People put in a lot of work for Halloween. They're serious about this stuff.
They say that Halloween is actually becoming, the amount of merchandise that's purchased is almost the same as Christmas or more.
Well, that ain't a good thing, because that's Jesus' birthday. I don't want to we ain't supposed to overstep that. But we're not going to go into that today. But I'm just it was fun, just looking at the costumes and stuff like that. People are, put a time and energy and a lot of thought into some of these costumes, and some of the little kitties were cute and everything. One of my girlfriend's daughter just had a baby September, and the little boy, he was a Subway sandwich. I think it was so cute. Like he had the Subway wrapping, I guess it was like a blanket or something, and then the way they did it, but it was a Subway sandwich. And when she showed it, I was like, what is that? Why she has a sub? But it was the baby. It was the cutest thing.
Oh my gosh. Well, you need to drop that below. So anybody, if your kids dressed up, or maybe it's from last year, if they didn't go out, drop them below in the comments. Drop the pictures below.
And Ashley, if you're watching this video, please post a picture of your cute Subway baby. That was the cutest thing. I don't like to post people's children without permission. So if you're watching Ashley Sims, post that picture because that was adorable.
We did add my salon, all the businesses, because obviously people aren't coming in as much into the businesses. We did our first ever trunk or treat for the businesses, just giving back to the community. So that was nice. So that's where, if you saw pictures on there, Marcus came and he helped.
I saw that.
We weren't doing any handing out, because then I'm like, and then he had sanitizer and rubber gloves, and I'm like, okay, it does get a little confusing because it's like if everybody's putting their hand in the bowl,
then what's the
Yeah. So we separated stuff and we didn't touch it. But Marcus walked around with his big bear head on, and then he was Batman. And so we have lots of heads. And just so you know, that's real life here. That wasn't bought for Halloween. So we have at home Batman, and then we have a teddy bear head, and then we have a unicorn head, which seems to be missing.
The unicorn is missing. You need to find that unicorn.
And he's very distressed about it. So we need to find where the unicorn head went. Yeah. So, you know what the other one is that Tuesday, November 17th is Entrepreneurship Day. Or
All right, girl, honey. I didn't see that one. I probably didn't. I overlooked that one. Yes. November 17th. Yes.
My word is caregiverpreneur. So that's my trademark, my word, I'm a caregiverpreneur.
I guess I'm a caregiverpreneur too, though.
You are
caregiverpreneurs. Okay, caregiver. Okay. People are mompreneurs, entrepreneurs, caregiverpreneurs. I think we fall in a couple categories, though. I think we do.
For those things. So I will, on my platforms, I will be posting and dropping more information about Marcus's new site, but give us yeah, I'm super excited about it. And just on my beauty, fashion, and lifestyle site, it's not done yet, but I think that I've decided that I need to have a class for moms that do like the hospital hustle, like all the things, like your medical makeup bag makeover, what you need when you stay at the hospital.
All right, girl. Yes. And you know what? And people are doing that because I see people they be having a baby and they be in the hospital, their eyelashes be popping, and I'm like, really, for real? But yeah, so yeah, that's you definitely should do that.
You know, as a mom who has spent a lot of time in the hospital, like if you even just wash your face, you know, at least you don't feel like my grandma used to say, she's like, you just feel like a dirty dish rag.
Yeah. I've heard that too. Oh man.
You know, feel like refreshed. So I'm not talking about getting like a glam squad or anything like that, but I feel like taking care of our skin, you know, changing our clothes. There are just some things that as caregivers, I think caregivers and cosmetics and beauty and whatnot, that we really just need to make a part of.
Caregivers and cosmetics.
Yeah, that's going to be another class.
Yes, I like that. Caregivers and cosmetics in CC. Yes, I like that.
We need some of that. Mm-hmm. That will scare the doctors when they walk in, right? Like,
yes.
Like, oh. Okay. Well, see, this is why we come to you guys one time a month. It just for this right here, everyone, is that laughter is the best medicine.
Yes, yes, hon. Yes. You need laughter, you need support, you need to step out, unplug for an hour. You know what? I think I posted sometimes you just for an hour, because some people say, well, I don't have time, you know, I'm always doing something. People have multiple kids and you know they're working, they're tired. You got an hour. I mean, half an hour. Start off with that maybe. unplug. Sometimes you just gotta unplug everything just for an hour, a little bit, and just do nothing. Sometimes the car. I told someone the other day, I called one of my coaching clients and I said, she was, stressed. I said, get in the car for 1 hour, half an hour, leave the kids in there. You're in the house, in the driveway, half an hour. You gotta do that. It's so important. It really is.
Yes. And I didn't tell you guys, this is exciting. So during the pandemic, how I unplugged, I canceled cable. But I don't have Netflix or anything like that.
Okay, Tammy, I don't think that's considered unplugging because you wasn't watching TV anyway.
No, I don't. I got rid of the TV.
Yeah, but were you watching it anyway?
I used to watch the 4 o'clock or 4:30 in the morning news.
But you were never a TV person. No. Anyway, so that was very easy for you. So it's something like me.
Or when people come over and they're like, oh, could you put on the game? Sorry, we don't have TV.
You don't have a TV in the house?
No, there's no TV that plays TV.
No. In the whole entire house.
Right, I have TV that's not connected to anything.
Huh?
I have no service.
Okay, so I know. Okay, so in the whole house.
Right. So Marcus has a TV that has no service to it, but he plugs his video game into it.
Oh yeah, you can use it for the screen. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so he uses it for the screen, but no. And there ain't no Hulu, Netflix. I don't even know what those things are because I had never used them before ever.
Well, let me ask you a question. I didn't know that. I knew you did something, but I didn't know to that extreme. Okay, so you're in the house sitting around. Well, you're probably never sitting around doing nothing. But I'm just saying. Okay, so I'm coming over your house. We're in the living room. Well, that's the gym. Okay, next question. So you just sit. You don't have no desire to watch TV, the news, CNN, nothing.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's probably the best thing that could have ever happened because that was the only thing I used to watch was the news, right? I used to watch the news, but then what happened? Oh my goodness. You're just like,
I don't know. So no, see, I have all the channels, all the Hulu, all the Roku. I have all that Netflix. I just can't. I even have it on my iPad. So when we're traveling in the car, I got to watch something. Like Omar is back there watching his movies, Steve Harvey, I don't know, Cleveland's, whatever he's watching, cussing, whatever he's doing.
Okay, yeah. She was telling us
when I get off of this live, I'm cutting back on because I was watching Chicago PD Marathon till 4 o'clock in the morning. I kid you not. Because it was like 4 o'clock. I fell asleep. I was watching the marathon 4 o'clock in the morning. And Cordell was like, don't you got to get up? Didn't you see that? You got to get up.
You like all those shows. We've talked about that. You like all the shows that take your mind. My sister does too. She is the number one lover of watching.
Me and your sister right here. Yeah. But see, you were never that person though. You were never really.
I did watch. I just felt like, okay, between being on social media, seeing it on my phone already, and me being the person just that I am, that, I'm a firm believer that we have all been, this is me just being preachy for a second, but we've all been given God-given gifts, and these gifts that we were bestowed upon us, by God was to use for the greater good and to make a change in the world. And, constantly seeing negativity, every day, like, what are we doing to be the change? As I say,
well, you know what, see, the thing about it, I agree, but see, everything I don't watch. I'm not saying that. I do watch the news because I just need to know what's going on. I don't watch it all day, every day. Like Cordell will sit there and watch CNN, and I'm like, I got to go in another room because I don't have time to be watching CNN all day, every day. Like that's the only thing he would want to watch for a while. But some of the stuff on TV, a lot of the stuff I watch is laughter and action. Like Chicago PD, that's action. Special victims is action. Real Housewives, that's reality funny. It's entertainment.
What's that other one? Not 90 Day Fiance that everybody watches. The ones that are.
I don't watch stuff. I don't watch like The Bachelorette or nothing like that. I don't watch 90 Day. I've never watched that one.
No Housewives or anything like that.
I watch all the reality shows. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what ratchet. I don't care. They're fighting, cussing. It's entertainment. I sure do. Every single state, city. I watch all of them.
you know whose page to follow now if you want to stay up to date on all your shows. It is
Yeah, because I'm following their pages too. I'm on their social media.
Sabrina always knows what's going on.
And yeah, I do watch my CNN because I like the Cuomo brothers. I don't play with them.
Oh, I know. So you guys, if you guys missed mine and Sabrina's segments, you can go back to YouTube and watch them for when the pandemic started. But Sabrina started to have a crush on all different governors.
I like the Cuomo brothers. I like them. I still do. I watch his show. I tape them and everything and go back and watch it.
There was another one that you really enjoyed.
Oh, the governor.
Your governor.
My governor.
Your governor.
Yeah, I kicked him to the curb. He's getting on my nerves.
Okay.
He ain't doing right. He's fired. I kicked him to the curb.
Really intriguing governors out there. Drop them below. Yeah. Have a great day. You have a great day too, and have a wonderful November.
Yes.
So anyways, I just did that extreme thing, and now it is. So like the other night, if you saw on my Facebook, there is a couple that is very near and dear to my heart, very good friends that were on the Shark Tank. And so
I saw that.
The Shark Tank, but I didn't have a TV to watch them. So I had to go find a TV so that I could.
Well, you got to find a TV. Okay.
Right. So I had to go find a TV. So yes, I do agree that there are moments that a TV could come in handy, but
once a year moment, right? A once in a lifetime moment.
I will.
Yeah. But I get you. I get you. So you just take the TV out and you go. Now, Tammy, I have to ask you, I want to put you on the spot. Are you using that gym?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
My walking. So I would say I'm using the treadmill and the recumbent bike a little more than the weights. Marcus is using more of the weight training stuff, but because
I can see that
work to do. I don't know if anybody's watching. Do you walk on a treadmill and do your office work at the same time? So like I will for like 3 hours and do work. That's how I get like those 45,000 steps is because I'm working.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm doing that. So this last month, because I was trying to get all these websites and all this stuff done, they're kind of like pounding it out. How is everybody doing their workouts? Are you working out in the garage? Are you working out in your house? Are you going to the gym?
You know what I'm doing? Well, I've been doing the walking. Sometimes I walk, I go to a park that's not too far from here, and it's really big. People walk there. They got the stairs. I do that. But I know it's getting colder and rainy and whatever. And sometimes I don't, I can't because Omar or whatever. So this where I live now is a cul-de-sac, and I'm at the beginning of it, the second house from the corner. So I'll walk all around it several times to get my steps in. And that way I can still see Omar, when I hit the thing and I'm waving to him, he's looking out the window, watching me get my steps in. So that way I don't have a reason to say, well, I can't go to the park. I can still walk around in my cul-de-sac and be safe in my area. So I've been doing a lot of walking, and today I haven't started yet, but I'll be doing my 50 squats faithfully for breast cancer survivors. So I'm going to be squatting for them and walking for the 60 miles. I did 35, but actually I did more than 35. It was 35 was the challenge. So the challenge this month is 60 miles for the month, but I'm challenging myself to do 120. To do double, because it's walking, so I should be able to do that for 30 days.
That's awesome. And walking is my favorite thing to do. It really is.
Yeah, me too, because I'm not at that running here yet thing. No, the way my body is set up, I'm not doing that, so I can do the walking. Yeah, and I can do the squats. Actually, I really like doing the squats.
Okay, yeah, and I found that if I didn't do the squats though for a while, because me and Sabrina do this workout thing together, is that if I don't do squats for a while, I'm like, oh, that's a problem. Like if you're not doing it every day because your body like forgets about squatting.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to keep it right and tight,
We're not gonna sing that song this morning.
Gotta keep it right and tight. I can't be. I'm 51. I can't be looking crazy. I got to keep the body right. I had an inspiration. A friend of mine came over yesterday to visit me, and she showed me a picture of, it was Angela Bassett, and I don't know if you guys saw it on social media. It was Angela Bassett, Lynn Whitfield, Mary J. Blige, Halle Berry. Everybody was over 50.
Okay.
But I think Lynn Whitfield was like 69 and Angela Bassett was like, but these women, and I know that of course they got on makeup, I get it, right. But their bodies, and they look amazing. I'm like, I can't be 50 something since I'm looking crazy, looking like crazy. I just can't. I want to keep it right and tight.
Mm-hmm. Somebody needs to drop that in the comments. Keep
it right. Hashtag keep it right and tight.
How are you guys all keeping it? I want to know that. Are you guys working out? Are you guys moving? Are you guys walking? Yasmin says she is walking. She loves to walk.
Yeah, Yasmin walks a lot. Yeah, she's trying to keep it right and tight. Yeah. Hashtag Yasmin right and tight.
Jill got it for us. Right and tight.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And so, I am big about that though, but that's what gets me when I can go about 45,000 steps a day is if I do work. Because if every single time that you're going to do work, or I get on a call, I wear one of those headsets with my iPhone, I start walking. You would be amazed at how many steps you can take per day. Because I think with the pandemic, and me and Sabrina got these, if you followed us earlier in the pandemic series, we both got these little counters.
Yes, very cheap, very efficient, but very cheap.
Yes, because sometimes you don't always have your phone with you, but something to know, and this is just statistics you can read about this. Research has found, when we're stressed out, our brains think that we've done all this work. Like we feel like we've walked 20 miles, and you look down and you're like, oh, I took 500 steps. And it's because we have so much stress that we feel like, as much as our brain is working, like our body is really working, but our body really isn't, moving. Our body's not doing that. No. So every opportunity I get, I walk. Another thing for Stress Awareness Day, I like sometimes if I'm really stressed, like at the point of like, is I just keep on walking. Because I'm telling you, if you walk 12 miles straight, by the time you get to that 12th mile, you ain't thinking about what you were worried about before to begin with.
Well, no, because your legs is burning. So that's why you ain't thinking about that, because your legs is burning at the 12 miles, girlfriend. 12? Okay, you getting carried away here. 2, burning. 2. I need to sit down. Tammy showing off because you like to kill me. You like to kill me that day. She posted like an astronomical amount of miles. Like before 10 o'clock in the morning, it was, what was it, like 26? I was like, let me get up and try to get this girl. She's not going to beat me today. Someone please call 911 because I'm trying to keep up with Tammy, been not passed out, and I still didn't hit you. I think I got like 20 that day.
So good. I said, look at her.
It took me all day and night to post my 20. She posted her 26 like at 10 o'clock in the morning. And we were like, what? Well, first of all, she gets no sleep. So she's up 2 o'clock in the morning, starting her miles in, 3 o'clock, she's walking around and stuff. She ain't got no TV, like she said. She's just doing all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, messing around with Tammy, like to kill me.
Oh my God. Your viewers on your page be like, oh, she got some crazy friend. Oh, okay, that's what I needed. Some laughter.
We get that laughter. We're gonna start your Sunday morning, the beginning of November, with some laughter, some fun, some honest fun.
So as we are wrapping up, we want to know, you got 60 days to be impactful, powerful, do something for self-care, take care of yourself, make strides. What are you gonna do?
To be grateful.
Be grateful.
Be thankful.
Thankful. Mm-hmm. Yep. Get some laughs in with some friends. What are you gonna do?
What's the goal for 60 days? Yeah. How are you gonna end 2020?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nobody wants to remember.
Huh?
All those memes, aren't those memes great that are out there right now about 2020? Like, like the future, like nobody's ever going to want to go back. There's a lot of cute ones that are out
Yeah,
there.
but you know what we can say? We can say we I mean, God willing, I can say I survived,
Oh,
people survived the Great Depression, as people survived all this stuff. We survived the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. God willing, next year we'll be able to say that, or at the end of the year we'll be able to say that. So I'll be grateful and thankful for that, because unfortunately there's a lot of people that can't say that.
right, right.
Mhm.
And as I was telling you, we have lost some people within our circle, both of
Mhm.
our circles as well.
Yeah.
I think that the longer this has gone on, it has become closer to home for so many,
Yeah.
than it was at that beginning. Um, but oh, you have my mom laughing in the morning. My mom's saying, "Get it right, get it tight."
Right, that's right, Mama. Oh, man, Mama knows. Mama knows. I seen your Mama, so she know. Yes, thank you, Mama.
All right, so National Family Caregivers Month. Let us
Yes.
know. We want to celebrate you on both of our channels. We're both figuring out different things we're going to be doing. So, stay tuned. And Sabrina, for your channel, is it the group that is it best for them to follow your private group, or is the main page where most of the stuff is, just so that people know?
Well, the group, actually, the Especially Love Special Needs Parent Group, it's a private group, so you have to request, and I'll put you in the group. But I am doing it actually on both pages. So if someone's following me on my Special Needs Empowerment Coach page, my business page, I actually will have the same information, and maybe I tweak it a little bit on that page. So I'm going to be supporting caregivers on both pages for this month, and gratitude for this month.
Okay. Awesome. And I went through kind of that rundown, but I will let you guys all know if I am going to put out that caregiver celebration again with the making of the video. So I just got to try to get that together, because we have a full packed month of so many things. I will drop my my son's new website below.
Yes, Mission Markets. Yes.
Possible. Little dog paws.
Possible.
Possible. And you can join the Pausable Pack. So if you'd like to share your pup with us, you can have the Pausable Pack and send your pup in, and then you get to be on the website.
Yes, a lot of possibilities. That's right.
You're an hour ahead.
And I haven't even had my caffeine today yet.
Oh, I love you. Okay. All right. And then those other new things and courses that will be coming out. But really, mine and Sabrina's goal is to make sure that we get into our communities as much as we can.
Right. That's right.
Wrap up this year and kind of bring it back around.
So I guess, Tammy, we'll see them again at the beginning of December.
Right.
That'll be
our if we have that launch, because me and Sabrina
have that launch
together.
We'll probably jump on at the end of November-ish sometime and do that real quick. But then after that, we have one last live before the end of the year.
Yes.
Before Christmas. Yes.
Oh, but maybe I'll have you join me. Okay, another Facebook user. It just says Facebook user. So whoever just joined, good morning. I'm thinking about putting together like favorites for our Unique Abilities community, like kind of like Oprah's favorites, but favorite things, and having a day of those things broadcasted, like that
would be fun.
Yeah, like things that you can get. So I'm thinking for Cyber Monday or maybe Black Friday. I'm just trying to make sure that I have enough items to, that are awesome. So if you guys have any items that you guys use for your adults that possibly, if you're a caregiver caring for, or your kiddos that maybe have special needs, or your young adults that you care for, or yourself. So let's say you have back problems, leg problems, something you love, something you use for relaxation, stress relief, whether it's aromatherapy oils, whether it's heating packs, whatever it is, drop that below, because I'm going to I'd like to put together kind of like a holiday wellness guide.
Yeah. Because everybody's stuff is different. So yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. And then, kind of talk about those. Maybe we can get some of the things and we can demonstrate them.
Yeah. All right.
We get it right and tight.
That's right and tight.
My list are my waist wrap.
I'm going to be posting at this right and tight.
So, and we will be back on, like I said, we have that book project we're working on. So we're going to be back if, we launch before the end. And you know what we did, Sabrina? We went over our 5 minutes. So now on Twitter, it's not going to be the regular movie. We did it again.
We got to wrap this conversation up so we can keep it right and keep it tight. We got to keep it right and tight under 55 minutes. That's right. That's what we got to do.
Right. We're supposed to keep it under that. And
yes.
105. All right.
Yeah.
So with that, sending lots of blessings and love to
yes.
guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for everyone who joined us this morning, giving us love back. Anything.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Yes. And we got to tell them. We got to tell them again, Sabrina. You got your thing? Be the change.
Be the change.
Be the change.
Yes.
Be the change. All right. See you guys later.
Blessings. Keep it right. Keep it tight.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.